Let's give it a try. So good morning, ladies. We don't have gentlemen today. I'm Philip, and we are about to start another 6 a.m. meeting, Brazilian time. We're gonna talk about free will, and I have some questions so we can talk, we can discuss. And the topics we have this week, they are pretty challenging. They are not easy, but they are good to learn vocabulary. They are good to learn how to speak. So they are going to be really challenging. And I used chat GPT to develop the questions. So yeah, that's the reason why they are difficult. And I don't know why we have like the same questions. I think it's a bug in the platform. Just a second. So I can, okay. We are going to start with the presentations. Bruna, can you present yourself, please?
Yes. Hello, everyone. I'm Bruna. I live in Brasilia. I'm married. I have two sons. And I work in public service with government. I love to dance. I love to practice workout. This week, like Philip said, it's pretty challenging for me because the subject is not easy. In Portuguese, and especially in English, it's difficult to develop this, but I try. And yesterday, I tried to read something about the free will, but it's difficult. But I will try, and Will and Rosalia, Monica feel win.
Yeah,
That's it.
we will survive this.
Survive. That's right.
Yeah, very good. Rosalia, what about you? Can you present yourself?
Yeah, morning everyone. I'm Rosalia. I'm 55 and I live in Joinville, Santa Catarina. I have two children, a daughter and son. My daughter is psychology. She's 29, almost 30. And my son works as IT. She's 26. And oh my gosh, when I read something about this topic, I think, oh my gosh, I need to face, because yesterday I didn't participate, and another day too. Then free will. I have some idea, but when I trying to read something, I realized that I was wrong. It's totally different, but okay, I will try. Maybe I will survive.
Yeah. No, not maybe. You will
Yeah, I
survive.
will. Yeah.
Yeah. Very good. Monica, can you present yourself, please?
Okay. Um, I was born in Curitiba, Paraná. I'm living in Joinville before Portugal. I'm living now in Portugal. I am accountant. I work remotely for a company in Brazil. I don't have children, son, né? I have a dog.
Very good. How long are you in Portugal?
1 year.
Nice. Nice. Very good. So welcome aboard. Every time you are going to present yourself, and the repetition of your presentation, it's going to give you confidence. It's going to bring you confidence to at least speak about yourself. And then you start growing with your presentation. Then if you get tired of your presentation, se você se cansar da sua apresentação, you can change your personal presentation. And then you develop and learn more vocabulary. Okay?
Okay.
I'm Felipe. I live in São Paulo, Brazil. I was born and raised here, and I have been leading Talk and Talk since 2016. It's been a huge challenge, personally speaking, but it's been rewarding because of the help and the job we have been doing. We have 10 questions today about free will. And before we start, I just forgot to share the video about free will. So I'm going to share just to bring some information and something for us to discuss. Okay, so we are going to watch with subtitles in English, and I hope you can enjoy it. It's also a good practice for your listening skills. Okay, let's check it out.
History of philosophy has been dominated by competing arguments around the ideas of free will and determinism. Simply stated, the issue hangs on whether human beings should be thought of as fundamentally free to choose their actions and mould their lives, or whether they should be deemed as being at heart determined by forces beyond their control, be they called fate, biology, politics, or class. The debate has been long-running and hugely vicious. It began in ancient Greece, was picked up by the Romans, dominated Christian philosophy, and rumbles on to this day among philosophers, psychologists, and neuroscientists. Part of the reason why the question seems so hard to find a conclusive answer to is that it's almost always framed in objective terms, as if we might discover whether either free will or determinism could be an advisable interpretation for human beings in general. But in truth, the debate becomes more interesting and more relevant if we change the parameters of the question and ask simply, is an idea of free will or of determinism more or less relevant to me?
To me?
All of us will have different needs in this area, depending on our contrasting levels of two psychological qualities, defeatism on the one hand, aspiration on the other. There are people whose levels of defeatism have grown so high they too readily declare that responsibility for things always lies outside of themselves. The course of their life is, they tell us, entirely determined by parents, school, the government, the bosses, the media, anyone but themselves. The result can be radical underachievement and self-deceit. But there is another kind of difficulty created in people whose levels of aspiration have grown so high on the basis of overly exaggerated notions of free will. They will deem that everything about their lives is capable of change. They'll declare that they can achieve all things simply through an exercise of the will. Their career and income, their relationships and prospects are all, apparently, subject to dramatic change. It's an inspiring philosophy, but one that also can lead, when things don't work out, as they never do in all areas, to bitterness and rage. Each of us needs to decide for ourselves whether we should have greater faith in determinism or in free will. We should ask how much of the suffering in our lives could be traced back to a defeatist attitude and how much might be traced back to reckless aspiration. Some of us need to dial up a faith in free will, others need more of a mellow acceptance of determinism. The oldest debate in philosophy isn't beyond answering. We just have to answer it more personally, with more of a sense of what we need to believe in to be calmer and more fulfilled. Perhaps the wisest way to navigate the debate between free will and determinism was worked out by the ancient Roman philosophers of the Stoic school. These Stoics proposed that we should see ourselves as always hovering between a free and a determined state. And they invented a powerful image to evoke our condition as creatures able at times to effect great change and yet never far from being subject to immensely powerful external necessities. We are, they said, like dogs who've been tied to an unpredictable cart. Our leash is long enough to give us a degree of leeway, but it's not long enough ever just to allow us to wander wherever we please. A dog will naturally hope to go wherever it wants to, said the Stoics, but if it cannot, then it's better for the animal to be trotting obediently behind the cart rather than dragged and strangled by it. To reflect that we too are never without a leash around our neck may help to reduce the violence of our protest against events which veer away from our intentions. This may sound like a recipe for passivity, but, as the Stoics insisted, it's no less unreasonable to accept something as necessary when it isn't, as to rebel against something when it is. It's our reason that must judge the difference, and this is where we have a big advantage over a dog. A dog will probably not at first grasp that he is even tied to a cart, nor understand the connection between the swerves of the cart and the pain around his neck, so he won't be able to predict where the cart is going and adjust his position accordingly. But reason enables us to theorize with considerable accuracy about the path of the cart or destiny, which offers us a chance, unique among living beings, to increase our sense of freedom by ensuring a good slack between our desires and what we cannot change. Reason allows us to calculate when our wishes are in irrevocable conflict with reality, and then bids us to submit ourselves willingly rather than angrily or bitterly to necessity. We may be powerless to alter certain events, but we always remain free to choose our attitude towards them, and it's in an unprotesting acceptance of what is truly necessary that we may be able to find a distinctive serenity and freedom. At the School of Life, we believe in developing emotional intelligence. To that end, we've also
Yeah, hard topic, hard video. And as you can see, once we have a topic like this, there are a lot of new words, a lot. So if we keep talking about learning English, goals, travel, I don't know, other topics such as these examples, we are going always to use the same vocabulary, you know? So it's good to push ourselves. It's always important. For me, it's a hard topic. It's a really hard topic. So, and it would be hard in Portuguese to talk about, you know, stoicism, determinism, and like free will, like this philosophy schools, they are deeply hard to talk about because of the definition itself. But in here, we don't need to be experts. We are just going to use the common sense, what comes to our mind. There's no right or wrong answer. Não tem resposta certa nem resposta errada. We are here to practice. A gente está aqui para praticar. Errado ou não, okay? So my very first question is, there's a meaning or definition about free will and determinism. And it's hard to say, determinism. Could you understand the difference between free will and determinism? Yeah, hard to speak. Rosalia, could you understand the difference, or at least try to explain with your own words?
Yeah, because all the time I understand that free will is on side. Then now I read something wrong, different. Then I will try to explain in my way. I think free will is an illusion that you have control about your choice. You have a choice to choose. You have a right way that you want to follow, or the wrong way. And determinism is a result about this thought. If you choice to wrong way, you have consequence about that. Even if you choose the right way, you are thinking it's right, but for another, no, not. Then I think that the difference is that you have a illusion that you are free to have choice, but it's not right. Then determinism is the result that your choice.
Very good one. Very good one. I like that. Bruna, did you understand something? Do you want to try to explain what you understood? Or if you didn't understand anything, you can just say it. That's fine.
No, I understand something. For example, I understand that the free will, it's not, you have the freedom to choose what you want. You don't, you are not stuck in anything. And you decide what you want. It is okay. You are the freedom. And the determinism, you shows about after something, for example, if I chose to practice language, so now all things that I decide after that, it's linking in my shows, my first shows. One thing happened in the moment, and the other occur because I decide something. Oh my gosh, it's difficult to express, no?
Yeah,
But
and it's confusing, like the idea itself.
yes, maybe it's not the opposite. No, but it's the difference. It's very different. Free will and determinism. Free will for me, it's you have the freedom, you do what you want, and the determinism, no. You decide before you decide something in the future because you decide something in the past. It's interligados.
Yeah.
Interlink, maybe.
Yeah, they are connected.
To connect. That's
Very good. Very good. Yeah, I think it's pretty much that, like free will, you have the choice to do whatever you want, and determinism, it's already set for you, like it's determined, right? It's like a destiny. You feel like you have like freedom, but you don't. It's like written somewhere that you're going to have that way of life, or because of something. Hard question to answer. Monica, did you understand a little bit, like free will, determinism? Você deu para entender a diferença do free will e determinism? Pouquinho? A little? You're muted. Você tá muda.
Verdade, sorry.
No problem.
I understand some points.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you a question, okay, about free will. Do you understand free will?
Livre-arbítrio.
Livre-arbítrio, yeah. Do you believe you have free will to do whatever you want, whenever you want? Você acredita que você tem livre-arbítrio para fazer o que você quiser, a hora que você quiser?
Sim, em grande parte. Assim. Não
Sorry.
consigo responder em inglês ainda.
Just give it a try. Just give it a try.
Yes. Em alguns momentos, como é que eu falo isso?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes.
A good exercise is you can answer using the question. So I asked you, do you believe you have free will? And then you can answer back. Aí você pode responder usando a pergunta. Yes, I believe I have free will, So that's a very good exercise. When you do not understand or you don't know what to answer, you just use the question. Você usa a pergunta para responder. Okay.
Okay.
Very good. And this is a hard question, if we have free will or not. I haven't ever thought about this topic as I am doing now. I don't know if things are determined for me or if I have free will, because of, especially because of the system we are, like, we have to eat, we have to drink, we have our basic needs, we have basically to survive. So because of this survival aspect, I do not feel I am free to do whatever I want. It feels like I am attached to my body to fulfill my body and my body needs. So I have to eat, I have to sleep, I feel the need to take a shower, I feel the need to talk to people, to be among other people. Is it my wish or it's something from, it's complicated. Bruna, go ahead.
It's cultural, no? Maybe the cultural influence a lot our decisions. In this moment, I think, no, I don't have a free will, because all things that I do nowadays, it's determinate a partir from the necessity, the need that I need, for example, to eat, to food. So I needed to work. It's impossible I have a free will. Because I needed to pay my bill. Sometimes I want to only sleep, but it's impossible because I needed to help someone, needed to do something in my house. Well, I think no, I don't have free will. Maybe I have freedom. I think it's different. No, freedom than the free will, because all the time something influencing me, my decisions. I don't know if I'm right, but Rosalia, do you have a free will or do you have freedom?
I think I'm more freedom than have free will, because I can decide all the things in my life, because I have a family, all the things that I want to do. I need to thinking about the family, thinking about the person around me. Then I think free will is difficult to say. I have the freedom, the free will. Then I will only make the things that I want. Oh, today I don't want to do nothing. Then I will only sleep or rest. But I need to eat. I need to make another thing. Then only I agree with you, because I think I have freedom. It's not a free will.
Yeah, I think accepting that there are things that we need to do, we must do, but we can, like today, I can't decide if I'm going to exercise, if I'm going to go to hang out with someone, if I'm going to do this or that, if I'm going to eat at 11 or 12, if I'm like, I couldn't decide if I would sleep more or less. I have, I have to wake up to do the immersion, this and that. So, and this is my next question. Like, for example, if I wanted to, it's just an example, okay? If I wanted to sleep more, could I? Bruna? What do you think? And
Depends.
thinking about your activities as well, like the commitments, the appointments you have, you know? For
I
example,
don't have appointment.
no, you can think also about your appointments, about your commitments. Like, but thinking about my example, could I sleep more and just, not have the immersion today? Would it be free will?
Yes, it's possible. You can. But there are many consequences with your decisions. It's a problem, no? I don't know. Maybe it's a free will. I decide to do something, but it's important. I know the consequence. If I know the consequence and want to answer from answer this, I think it's okay. Don't have problem. Maybe I don't want to answer this consequence. I balance my decision and my freedom, my free will, front of the consequence. No, because it's possible. I don't want to go to job today. It's okay. My decision. I have the freedom, but the consequence, maybe I will be to labor employee. I don't know. I don't have money in the future, so the consequence. I need to do other things to save money. I need to receive a salary. But yes, I have the free will.
So you have the free will to decide like not to work today.
Yes, I have. It's possible. Today, in the special today, yes. Yes, because today I don't have a lot of things to do. So it's possible I decide, no, okay, today, yesterday I work a lot. I don't know to say this, anticipate a lot of things. So today it's possible I take it easy, but no all day no every day it's happened.
Yeah, so you could say anticipate or do something in advance. Do something in advance. Just checking. So if you, yeah, go
I
ahead.
think I read in the past in the yesterday, plan ahead. Maybe you
Plan ahead. Plan
plan
ahead.
ahead. Yes.
Yeah, it's also possible. Yeah, but if you, for example, if you planned ahead, if you did something in advance to decide not to work tomorrow, then is it a free will or is it determined by the situation or by the environment? I think the concept of free will, it's very deep, I don't know, like, Rosalia, what do you think about what Bruna said, like free will, consequences and everything?
Yeah, I think if I decide don't work today because I had make a plan ahead, like Bruna said, I think is that a free will to decide about that, but she make you have some consequence about that. Then need to work more another day if your boss don't fire her, then have some consequence. But I think yes, free will and freedom is like a difference in this topic, because free will you can decide what you want to do, but you need to see the consequence. The consequence is will be determined for your choice. Then you have determined you are work more in another day. Then it's, my gosh, it's a confusion just about this topic. Our thoughts today are so confusing, but I think it's like that. In my thought is that free will, you have a choice to have a decision, but you have a consequence determined for your thoughts.
Yeah, we always have consequences about anything, right? So learning English,
Yeah.
it's a choice. For example, Monica can decide not to learn. She can decide to quit this immersion. She
Yeah.
can decide to live, to go out and do something else. But she decided to be here with us, right? Então a Mônica decidiu ficar aqui com a gente ao invés de ir embora. Decidiu enfrentar. So, Mônica, do you think this is free will?
Vou tentar. I love talking I love talking in Portuguese about this matter. Eu adoraria falar sobre esse tema em português, porque é gostoso, eu sinto falta das amigas de conversarem. Mas eu ainda chego lá, em inglês.
Yes.
In English.
Yeah,
I survive.
Yeah, and this is something interesting. You arrive here because of English. Você chega aqui por causa do inglês. And you stay because of the community. And community is people. Você fica por causa da comunidade, das pessoas. So I see a lot of people in here and I feel like really close to Rosalia, to Bruna. Like we talk a lot, like I talk more with Bruna and Rosalia than with my parents. Yeah, if you think about that, sometimes we talk more here on Talk with people that we have no idea who they are in real life than our friends, our close friends, our family. Às vezes a gente fala mais com as pessoas aqui, que a gente quer aprender inglês, a falar inglês, né? Do que as pessoas que a gente convive. Também é free will, também é uma decisão. E é um passo de cada vez, tá, Mônica? Todo dia um pouquinho.
Okay.
Todo dia. Então,
I try speaking English with my with my sister. My sister live in Belgium. Nós tentamos, né? We try.
does she speak English? Or she's learning?
Yes.
Ela fala ou ela tá aprendendo?
Yes. Ela fala. She speak.
Very good, very good.
Mas não, but no, don't speak. She don't speak holandês. Como é que fala? Netherlands.
Yeah.
Only English.
Yeah, Dutch. She doesn't speak Dutch.
Dutch.
Yeah.
Dutch. Netherlands também.
Yeah, Netherlands, it's the country.
Okay.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, and it's like this is about communication itself. I think it's also the same idea of what Bruno was saying. We always have the freedom to decide what we want to speak, right? So I decided to speak about free will, but I could decide whatever I want. So I feel free to speak or to talk about anything. And talking, it's, I don't know, you don't have like things around yourself to not, yeah. Sometimes you cannot talk about things with like your parents, you know, or with people at work or your closest friends. So even talking, do we have free will to talk about anything? Oh my God, I'm going to a crisis. I'm going to cry. Rosalia, what do you think?
Even talk, you don't have free will to talk about everything. Okay, you can talk about the every topic, but you need to choose your words, because if you depend of the place that you are, you need to choose your words, because depend of the word you say, you can have a problem. Then you are not free to say everything. Yeah.
And you, Bruna, do you
It's
feel
not
free to?
polite, no.
No,
'Cause
not polite.
yeah, it's not polite if you you talk what you want every day, every time. It's difficult, and in special the intonation, because sometimes, oh my gosh, I don't want to speak this with calm, but it's necessary. I want to yell, gritar, to round up, but it's impossible. And I'm polite person, so that's it. It's difficult. It's impossible. In the moment I don't have after free will. Only maybe freedom, free. I'm free to speak what I want, but not how.
Yeah. Yeah, this is such a topic, a hard topic, but a very good one to bring ideas, vocabulary, you know. So we are running out of time. A gente vai ter que encerrar, principalmente porque a gente tem a turma básica de inglês, e isso é uma coisa legal também, Mônica. A gente lança aí turmas básicas para começar do zero, com acompanhamento de um instrutor, e as aulas são em grupo, com material e duração de 4 meses, tá? A gente deve lançar a próxima, pelo menos uma turma ou duas em junho, para começar, ou em julho ainda estamos vendo aí qual que é o melhor momento. E essas turmas, elas estão ali para ensinar, pegar na mão, corrigir, ajudar, guiar, tá? Tem uma lista de espera que você pode entrar, que é a lista de espera, para ficar sabendo, ou mesmo só se cadastrar no site, que aí você consegue receber mais informações. Mas os planos da TALKNTALK, inclusive, a gente vai fazer um reajuste de planos para o mês de junho. A gente vai simplificar. Então, a gente vai tirar os nomes que a gente tem hoje, Lite, Pro, e tem um monte de coisa lá. A gente vai deixar apenas teste gratuito, 7 dias. Você testa tudo, tipo, acessa tudo. E tirando o grupo de WhatsApp, porque tem muita gente curiosa, aí a gente não vai deixar aberto o grupo de alunos no WhatsApp, porque depois tem que ficar tirando e tal, não. Só quem pagar mesmo entra no grupo de WhatsApp. Mas a gente vai ter um plano chamado mensal, que vai ter acesso a tudo também, sem limite de uso. E a gente vai ter um plano anual, que é o nosso que a gente chama de Pro. No final, assim, a gente só vai simplificar para ficar mais fácil.
Ok. Eu não sei como que eu caí aqui, porque eu coloquei pro básico. Não era para ter entrado no nível difícil.
Mas tudo bem.
Eu acho que eu atrapalhei um pouco, mas
Não,
enfim.
de jeito
De
nenhum.
maneira nenhuma, foi
Mas
ótimo.
eu quero muito, então é uma certeza que eu vou seguir. Eu só fiz essa primeira aula experimental para ver se eu conseguia passar essa barreira da vergonha, assim, da timidez, né?
A
Eu
gente
acho que
tem
só de
um.
ter deixado a câmera aberta, eu vou te
Sim,
contar que você foi muito forte.
foi
Eu também
valente.
gostei de deixar, mas as pessoas, em geral, quando iniciam, elas começam com a câmera fechada como um bloqueio, né? Eu acho que isso já foi um grande desafio para vocês e tem que continuar, Mônica, não desiste.
Não vou, eu vou seguir, vou finalizar, fechar o plano e vou com certeza. Eu tenho uma viagem para outubro, eu vou para França, eu vou para muitos lugares, então eu preciso pelo menos falar inglês, me comunicar, né? Sair do lugar.
E eu vou dizer
Eu
o
fui para a
seguinte.
Bélgica sem falar nem thank you. Fui para a Bélgica, eu sou muito abusada.
Não, mas faz parte do processo. Eu vou dizer o seguinte: a gente está aqui para te apoiar, mais do que qualquer outra coisa. E isso faz muita diferença. Porque é uma jornada de longuíssimo prazo,
Hum.
tá? A gente tem um número de WhatsApp, se precisar, eu tô acompanhando lá. Se quiser, você fala assim, eu quero falar com o Felipe. Aí eu falo com você e a gente conversa, eu te explico, né? Falo aí do curso básico, do curso que a gente tem. No plano Trial você já consegue ver. Se você entrar lá na área de membros, você vai em cursos, você vai ver que tem o inglês elementar, o inglês falado, e tem outros módulos ali que você consegue assistir algumas aulas também, tá? Eu consigo te direcionar. Mas principalmente a ideia é, vem aqui para praticar, você vai suar, você vai ter medo, mas é no começo. Depois você vai evoluindo e você vai treinando seu ouvido.
Ok, muito obrigada, pessoal.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Bruna,
you.
Rosália, Mônica. Hope to see you again next time. And have a great day. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a
Yeah,
nice day.
bye bye.
Have a nice day. Bye-bye.